Ready for a no meat, no egg, no dairy, fast, low cost, little energy to make, great tasting meal? Then let's make one. Hey, hello again. I've got a really great lunch here that I'm going to make and I'm going to eat because I just love these combinations. They're fantastic. I have my, and I've used this all the time, just slight variations to it. So basically, really, the most variation is always, am I putting peas or corn, or am I putting pinto beans or black beans? So that's the kind of variation. But today is the sweet corn, the edamame, broccoli, and the pinto beans, as you can see here. And that's the bottom base. I've got some starch, what I call it, or just instead of normally eating garlic bread with this, which I make, you've seen some of my videos where I always have garlic bread, my simple garlic bread, what I call it, on French bread. It's just fantastic. But I'm just substituting that today with potatoes because I want the whole meal to be really hot and warm. I've got some really nice zucchini pieces, and I've got some portobello mushrooms here. It's going to be topped with the tikka masala and sweet chili sauce, and green onions and cilantro on top, and salt and pepper to taste, however you like it, and we're just going to take it from there. So it's really just an assembly. The potatoes are already been microwaved down to where they're soft and edible. All this is just sat out overnight. It's nice and ready to go. It's all thawed out. And I microwaved the zucchini a little bit just to soften it. And I'm just going to put it together and then put the sauce on and everything and eat it. So it's a very short, quick way to have a really great meal. And these things you can pre-set up most of the time, so you don't have to do it right away. You can do it the day before, night before. I usually use a really big potato. I'll use the pieces up for all kinds of things, maybe 2 or 3 different meals. Same thing with the zucchini. The zucchini took 1 minute to get it to this nice tender in the microwave. So I'm going to put the zucchini in first. So it doesn't really matter how you do this, just like that. I'll put the mushrooms on top of that, so you can see that. And then I'm just going to put the potato in all over this. And then I'm going to microwave this whole thing to get it nice and hot again, just like that. And then the sauce goes over the top of all this. So I'm going to make up the sauce right now. And that is, like I said, the tikka masala. It's very thick. And the sweet chili, I'm going to thin this out so it spreads over everything really nicely without being real clumpy. And that just adds a little sweetness to the tikka masala. It's really a good combination. And I'm just going to stir that up with a little bit of water so it gets thin, just like that. Not really going to stir it because it'll get messy. I'm just going to fold it all over till it's all thinned out nice. I'm going to pour it on, and then I'm going to put this in the oven. Then I'll put the greens on afterward. That way it doesn't cook them. I don't really want them cooked. I just want them nice and crispy on top. So there we have it. It's beautiful. You can see the consistency is nice. Still heavy enough to where you get some good flavor, but it's thinned out really nicely. I mean, you can make soups out of this stuff, which is really good too. That little bit of sweetness in the tikka masala is just fantastic. So I'm just going to pour this over. It's going to drip down in between all these cracks where the potatoes are. Get it all on top, just like that. You can see what that looks like. I'm going to throw it in the microwave, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Here it is. You can see it's just steaming up beautifully. It looks fantastic. It's just really beautiful, and you'll sort of mix this together and get everything working. Now I'm going to top it with some little bit of cilantro. Just let this fly everywhere in the bowl, which is how I do it. It works really well. That's just the best. Look at that. That's beautiful. And some nice green onion. This is just a fast, amazing lunch, dinner even. You can eat this, doesn't make any difference. It's got protein in it. It's probably got about 10 grams of protein. 8 to 10 grams of protein, probably somewhere in there. It's just absolutely fantastic. Look at that, how beautiful that is. Again, you can do salt and pepper. The tikka masala, when you buy these kinds of things already jarred, they're going to have some sodium in them. I just put a little bit of, tiny bit of, I love fresh black pepper, but not a lot, just like the tiniest amount, like 1/100 of a teaspoon. And the same thing with the salt. I usually just kind of, I can see what's coming out. That's it. I don't want any more than that on. Because I just watch my sodium levels. I know how much is what and what the balance is I need for the day. Everyone needs sodium. You can't live without sodium. It's that simple. So, and a lot of things, like I say, I use a lot of these sauces, bottled, jarred sauces that in combination, and they do have some sodium. Just about everything has some sodium in it, but you may want a little more. You may not want any at all. You may get it somewhere else. I just put it on this to get to this point. So remember, the best investment you can ever make is an investment in your health. I'm FOODMAKER V, and I'll see you next time.